Hello dear Aries, I will tell you today's horoscope for October 6th, 2024. A message of love, hope and fortune awaits you. I know that heaven's blessings come for you. And the message for you on this day is the following. Hello dear Aries, I'll tell you today's horoscope. The only time it's valid to look back is only to realize how much we've come. There's a long way to go, Aries, and if you start to realize that everything can turn out better, when the things you put in your mind can really turn out better, you just have to follow that same path. So don't go off track. The transit of the planet of love, Venus, to the intense sign of Scorpio excites your imagination, Aries, but it also loosens your tongue. Be very cautious when confiding your personal affairs to your friends at work because, without intending to, you could get involved in gossip, which can ultimately cause you many difficulties. It's important that you act with prudence and common sense when putting your money in the hands of others. There are certain confusing planetary aspects and, despite good intentions, losses could occur if you don't take care of yourself. You may have an inappropriate attitude at work. So control yourself to avoid this. You have to try to manage yourself much better. You can get more out of your money. With patience, you will manage to finish what you have pending, and that will relieve you a lot. If you have to do a job interview these days, it will go very well for you. In love, you are playing with fire. Start controlling yourself a little or you could burn yourself out. You are tired of the routine and it would be much better for you to go out and disconnect. You feel like going out and moving a little, do not stop doing it if you have the opportunity. You want to help a family member, but let them make their own decisions. It is good for you to rest more hours a day to combat stress and feel better. For your health, it is good for you to rest a little after so much activity that you have had, although you will have a lot of energy and desire to undertake new and different projects. When we look at the sky, we see certain aspects that were present until yesterday but have now disappeared. While the square with Jupiter and the trine with Pluto remain a constant, we add to this the transit of your ruler through the same sign where the moon transits today. What does all this tell us? The announcement that you will soon be in charge of a business or will assume a new responsibility that will help you achieve a better position within your company. If you don't have a job yet, this is the time to get one. However, due to certain unstable attitudes in your love life, you tend to think that you are being deceived or that your relationship is in danger. Take a deep breath, get those ideas out of your mind because they don't lead you to anything good. Today, reality surpasses fantasy and love. Live your reality and don't be silent when you are in front of that person who shakes you. A smile drawn on your face is all your partner needs to know that you understand him or her. Don't get carried away by anything negative today, anything can happen. In terms of health, this is a good time to undergo a complete medical checkup to clear up any doubts and eliminate worries and fears. You are in a great mood to begin some kind of health treatment that will help you lose weight without overdoing it. It is not about stopping eating, but rather doing so in a rational way, replacing certain foods with more nutritious ones. Take advantage of the energy that comes from your ruler Mars direct. At work, if you are worried about a work issue, whether it is yours or that of a close family member, the situations that arise now are favorable and the circumstances project you to new dimensions and opportunities. Do not let yourself be influenced by those comments from exaggerated and problem-laden people who love to spread rumors and scare others with stories of job dismissals and sad and negative stories, because that would make your life miserable. Money and fortune, in a few days an unexpected expense will come up, something you had not considered. However, the good news is that when such an eventuality arises, you will be able to resolve it quickly and expeditiously, as you will not lack money. You are clear in the area of legal games, but to take advantage of the profits that arise from chance you must use all your prudence and, at the same time, let yourself be guided by intuition. However, do not be carried away by the false idea that gambling will solve your problems. Astral biorhythm for today. Sexual energy level, medium. Cosmic dynamics, an idea that arises at night in a dream like an inspiration. Dangerous tendency, trying to do many things at once and not following a concrete plan from the morning. What to avoid, worries about what you cannot avoid. Quote of the day, great are the people who, with a broken heart, can look you in the eye with clear eyes, smile and say I'm fine. Relationship prediction, today things will go very well if your partner is a water or fire sign. The most tense relationship today may arise with earth signs. If you are single, if you take others as they are and as you would like them to be, then you will find love in that place you plan to attend. Special lucky number for today, 61. Your color, white. The universal number for today, general for all signs, is 4. In numerology, numbers are reduced to single digits. Your favorable hours in matters of love, money and business are given according to Eastern European Standard Time and you must adapt them to your national time. 7:20 a.m. 9:15 p.m. 10:20 p.m. and 11:15 p.m. Your lucky numbers and chance are 13, 28, 37, and 51. Lunar energy can trigger changes in your life. Warrior Mars fills you with energy, but it can also lead you to be even more impulsive than usual. Slow down that impetus a little because you run the risk of saying something you may regret later. Your fighting spirit is great and today you have the way to show it. At work, someone will ask you to do a task that at first you will find impossible to carry out in the time they will demand, but don't be afraid or let yourself down before time. You will succeed if you are well organized. Also, if you manage to overcome this difficulty, you will have good benefits later on. You will realize that you can overcome anything together. You love each other and have fought hard to get to where you are. Don't waste it. Focus on your ability to fight and give. Life will always present challenges that you will have to overcome, but if you do it as a team, nothing can defeat you. Today is a good time to make a crucial decision. Sometimes it is wiser not to intervene. Let your partner manage their relationships and problems without getting involved in unnecessary disputes that only generate conflict. Respecting their privacy is essential. Wait before acting. These days have been challenging and it is too early to determine the next step. Reflect on what has happened to learn from the obstacles. Trust in your ability to recover. The stars, even though they have ceased to exist for millions of years, continue to guide us with their light. Aspire to create a lasting legacy that shines long after you are gone. An opportunity to travel could come your way today, perhaps in the company of friends or coworkers. This could have to do with education in some way. What you learn on this trip is likely to alter your life in some way, as it could open new doors for you. New friends and valuable contacts could also appear. Do not hesitate, go ahead, another opportunity like this may not come for a while. My dear friends, if you like our predictions, help us make them even better by becoming a sponsor of the channel. All you have to do is click the thank you button, and with your help we will continue to grow. This is a very good period to enjoy family time. Trips with people from your family environment will become a reality and you will enjoy them very much. It is not difficult to choose. What is difficult is often to sustain the positive energy and strength necessary to continue on the chosen path. Duty calls you, do not ignore its call. It may be time to pay old debts or favors that helped you a lot at one point in your life. Old friendships resurface from the past. The path to lasting happiness appears after benefiting others. Resolve your conflicts in harmony with your true self. Do not dodge the issue when the issues at hand become more complicated than you expected, Aries. Do not put things off until tomorrow. You have enough capacity to overcome any obstacle. Don't let laziness take over today. It is precisely at this time that you must show the most willingness. This will make you advance daily in your professional future. Today, an important issue will be raised in this area. Don't put it aside just because it requires a lot of effort. A very promising future for you could be at stake every day. In the area of love, Aries, if you have been in a relationship for some time, it would be great to plan some outings so you can spend more time alone with your partner. It would be wonderful to strengthen your ties and take a step forward. Love must continue to work by creating a stable home that serves as a refuge for your emotional world, which will allow you to maintain the emotional stability that you enjoy in a sustained manner over time. The true nature of a person is known by the way they treat animals. Sometimes it is necessary to let go of your partner. It may be that you no longer feel good being together. Taking a break can be very painful, but as the days go by you will understand that a relationship is based on positive energies. Throughout these days there are many possibilities that people will appear who, if you do things right, can become that loved one you have been looking for and waiting for. Stay calm and pay close attention to the signs that life gives you. The moon in house 10 indicates that it is an excellent day to take the initiative in those projects that are oriented towards the achievement of your desires and hopes. You must take advantage of this energy to give impetus to everything that is directly linked to your personal goals. Even if you feel healthy, you should not overdo efforts that go beyond your capabilities or risk suffering accidents by acting hastily. You should take care of yourself from muscular problems, circulation problems, and hip injuries. Follow the voice of your intuition and combine it with your life experience, Aries. Listen to the messages of your body. A slight discomfort requires your attention. This way you will avoid an illness that in the future could become complicated and affect your daily life. Treat your health problems in time. Those born under this sign should try to do a little more exercise, have a balanced diet, and, above all, take time to rest. Remember not to overdo exercise or diet as you are very prone to contracting some illness. Consult a doctor and take all necessary precautions. It is time for the agreed commitments to be fulfilled, so you should make it clear that you have met the goals previously established and that, consequently, you deserve the associated rewards. It is not a good time to leave the job you have now and launch yourself into an unknown work adventure. There are still many possibilities for progress and development for you within your current job, and you must exhaust them all before you leave. It is time for you to go out and look for a job, since on this day the stars are on your side. You will probably have many job offers, but be careful, not all of them are good. It is important that you investigate very well what is involved and avoid any contact with ill-intentioned people. Although at this time you may be going through financial difficulties, be confident that your efforts will be rewarded by Venus and that in the future you will receive great profits from your work. The key to success lies in situations that are initially disconcerting, and now you receive transformative news related to legal matters, payment commitments, and other very promising economic matters for you. Chance is propitious, money is about to arrive in your life, but be careful because if you do not save a little and waste everything as you receive it, you will end up with less than expected. This planetary cycle that is taking place requires that you be very thrifty and that you do not squander the extra income that you will be receiving during this month. These days, the areas related to the economic do not seem as favorable as the previous ones. If you have the good habit of saving a little of what you receive each month, then you should start now, because at times like this it is very necessary to have some savings around. Mars, your ruler, within your third house and in Gemini, can make your expressions extremely aggressive or violent if you do not do something to improve them. Pay close attention to this, as it can harm you a lot. Aries sign, born on April 1st. Those born on April 1st are honest, attentive, disciplined, and hardworking. Despite their aptitude for work and their talent, they rarely boast about it. They take on responsibilities both at work and personal level. They have high self-confidence and rarely accept advice. They are aware of their limits and their capabilities, which, together with their tenacity, allows them to achieve everything they set out to do. They are very observant and solve problems easily. Although they are quite healthy, they need to do more exercise, preferably outdoors. If their job is sedentary, they should reserve some of their free time for some kind of exercise. The most suitable sport for them is walking and long excursions, as they have an exploratory and pioneering nature. They suffer from pain in the eyes and heart. They can also develop diabetes and obesity. They are able to learn from people they admire and adapt this learning to their own style of acting, although they are original and propose this in their work. They are quite conservative, they are passionate about history and the origin of things. They always finish projects, no matter how much time and energy they have to use to achieve them. They do not depend on other people to achieve their goals. In that sense, they are quite self-sufficient. Their work can become an obsession, and sometimes they sacrifice everything else to devote themselves to their projects with body and soul. They are quite happy people and live independently. They are sensitive, they have the ability to anticipate the needs of their partner, which makes them excellent companions. In times of crisis, they tend to withdraw even more into themselves. They are very detail-oriented, and if they can afford it financially, they shower their partners with gifts. Those born on this day are ruled by the number 1 and receive energy from the sun. The number 1 represents the supreme self, which makes these people authoritarian, egocentric, and arrogant. The past should not affect us as much if we manage to ensure that the stability of our life is always in the present. However, not everyone has the same abilities to face challenges. Many times we find ourselves in situations for which we are not prepared, which can generate frustration and fear. But Aries, if you give yourself one more chance for things to get better, if you allow optimism and hope to guide your steps, then you will achieve everything you set out to do. This day is perfect for understanding that you have nothing to lose with the new opportunities that may come your way. If you really want things to be better, there are certain aspects of your life that you should pay more attention to. There are things that you no longer need to continue your journey, so today is the day to get rid of those unnecessary weights. The next few days will be full of observation and learning. Sometimes, simply by observing the behavior of others, you can acquire valuable lessons. Try to do this exercise whenever you can. Pay attention to the successes and failures of others, and use that information to improve your own path. The period of fatigue that you have been going through recently is coming to an end. You can return to your daily work with greater peace of mind, renewed and ready to face the challenges that come. However, Aries, you may still be closing your eyes to things that you need to recognize and accept. This is very common when we are afraid to face reality for fear of the harm it can cause us, but remember that keeping an illusion alive should not imply accepting lies or deceptions from others. Do not allow others to manipulate you or take advantage of you. It is essential that you give yourself your place. Today will be a good day to put an end to situations in which you do not feel respected or valued. If there are people who do not contribute anything positive to you, it is time to remove them from your life. You do not have to carry toxic relationships that only generate frustration and pain. Perhaps you are wondering if a friendship could transform into something more. The answer to that question depends on many factors, such as the quality of the friendship, the level of coexistence that you have had, and the advances that the other person has or has not made towards you. However, my advice is that you do not rush things. Sometimes, it's better to maintain a good friendship than risk losing it by trying something more. Right now, there's no need to be that hard, cold person. Vulnerability and emotional openness are not signs of weakness. If you're in a relationship, it's important to be clear about what you need from love. Lack of communication can lead to unnecessary conflict. Your partner is there for you, but if they don't know exactly what you need, it will be difficult for them to support you in the right way. There's no weakness in asking for help, especially if it comes from love. Remember, Aries, that you can't demand things from your partner that you wouldn't even be able to fulfill yourself. Everything is going well in your relationship, but it's essential that you maintain that harmony over time. In the workplace, you're old enough and experienced enough to recognize that everything is on your side. You're building a solid path to success, and today is a good time to take stock of your internal projections and start materializing them. Listen to your inner voice. It will guide you to make the right decisions. Although money is not an issue right now, you need to be careful with the decisions you make. Showing an image that does not correspond to reality could cause you more problems than you imagine. Pay attention to details, to your work life, and to your professional relationships. Today is a good day to reconnect with the world. If you feel a little disconnected from yourself, getting lost among people and the hustle and bustle of things can be a way to feel like the center of your own life again. There is nothing like optimism to stand up in the middle of the world and move forward with determination. Today there is a lot of energy in your 6th house of work. The moon continues to move forward and connects with a trine to Jupiter in your 11th house of events. This is interpreted as your boss asking you for help to organize an event at the office. It may seem like something you'd rather not do, but if you do what's asked of you, there will be a good opportunity for growth. And this was the horoscope of the day for you. Consider subscribing if you liked it. I hope this reading has helped and brightened your day. Blessings.